Hello there.
Is there going to be a potential Hollow Earth invasion in Godzilla x Kong 3? All signs are pointing more towards yes than no, and if not in Godzilla x Kong 3, maybe in some potential Destroy All Monsters movie that, you know, the Monsterverse builds up to over a few films. But there seems to be a looming tension with the governments of the world and their frustrations with the Titans and their inability to be controlled. We're going to get into it in this video. If you guys enjoy my Monsterverse content, consider subscribing, and let's get into it.
The Atomic Fair.
Alright, so Adam Wingard teased some dark Godzilla inspirations for Godzilla x Kong 3 before he stepped down as director, saying that he wanted to take Godzilla on an emotional, heartfelt story. And if there's anything that we know about Godzilla x Kong 3, it's that whatever Adam Wingard was talking about was something that he was probably already conceptualizing and working on, and something that most likely carried over to Grant Sputor as well. So we know that he wanted a more heartfelt Godzilla story, and this is something that he talked about. He wants a character arc that's similar to something that we have seen from Kong in the Monsterverse. And he said all of these things right before he formally stepped down as the director for Godzilla x Kong 3. Or I guess he never was officially the director, so he never stepped down. But Legendary pretty much said, we are not bringing this guy back for Godzilla x Kong 3. But there have been some images that have been floating around on the internet. One post by O'Shea Jackson Jr. over on X that teased Godzilla Junior, I think, a little bit for me. That showed them bringing on a conceptual designer for Monarch Legacy of Monsters Season 2. And in the center of the table, they have two Godzilla figures. Now, it is likely and potentially likely that this actually isn't anything. But I think in a way it could actually be teasing a setup for a Godzilla Junior, and we know that Godzilla is now the only member of his species according to what Toho wants with their rights for Godzilla. They want Godzilla to be a singular member of his species. They do not want, I guess, an army of Godzillas or something like that, which is what they had been setting up leading up to Godzilla versus Kong, was the Great Titan War between the Godzillas and the Kongs. So we know that if Godzilla Jr. appears, or at least this is my theory, is that he will maybe be some kind of hybrid or clone of Godzilla, and we have heard some really early leaks from some unreliable leakers on people like Ian Cassidy saying not only is Godzilla Jr. coming to the Monsterverse, but he's going to be a hybrid Titan, which I don't know how that's going to unfold. We will see what happens if he ends up popping up in this film. But we do know that in the Godzilla x Kong novel, this is not any leaks or rumors, this is actual concrete evidence that the world governments are getting fed up with the Titans, and the arrival of Shimo on the scene has caused them to want to invade the Hollow Earth. Now, this is something that I touched on in another video, but we do also know that the remains of Mechagodzilla are still around in the Monarch facilities. We actually also know that the Beast Glove was taken from some of the remnants of Mechagodzilla. But Shimo was actually originally called Monster H, and we know that the existence of Shimo may spur on the governments to take over the Hollow Earth, which could lead to a world-ending event if the world governments do decide to invade the Hollow Earth and bring in either their own mech or their own sort of hybrid Titan. Now, the reason I'm kind of hung up on this hybrid Titan theory is because I do think it is something that's coming to the Monsterverse. Whether we see them create their own Titan or create a new mech, I do think we haven't seen the last of the governments taking on the Titans. I don't think that this is an element of the story that's going to be left untapped, and I don't think that they're seeding it in the Godzilla x Kong novel for no reason. Knowing that the remains of Mechagodzilla are still around in various Monarch facilities tells me that they are planning to do something with those remains, whether incorporating it into like enhancements for some of these Titans, or creating a new mech that could somehow find a way to control the Titans if it does have any sort of built-in Orca or Alpha Call or anything like that. So but comment down below, guys. Let me know what you think about the potential of this Hollow Earth invasion happening in Godzilla X Kong 3 and it leading to this catastrophic world-ending event based off of these new reports that we have, not only from the Godzilla X Kong novel, but from the various tidbits that we got from the novel telling us that we have the remains of Mechagodzilla in various Monarch facilities, as well as the world governments not only getting fed up with the Titans, but the arrival of Shimo prompting them to potentially invade the Hollow Earth. Comment down below, let me know what you guys think, and for this video, that's all I got, guys. So until the next one, be safe and stay well. Bye-bye.